The project was actually, we're piloting this project after a project that was started in Canada. So their Rotarians in Canada came up with this idea that, wow, we are rooms full of, and clubs full of employers that can make a difference in people's lives, and we can better our communities by helping these individuals out and making them productive members of our various communities. So they started the project. King County has always been in the forefront as far as statistics and the good things that we've done with people with developmental disabilities. So of course King County sees the carrot in Canada. They're like, we could do that. We could really start doing this. So in about 2003, Rotarians got together, and primarily they came together down in the south end of King County. And most specifically it was the Auburn Club. And a Rotarian in the Auburn Club also is a business owner for an employment agency that works with individuals with developmental disabilities. So her background, it was just a no-brainer for her because she had, the job coaches available. She had someone that could do the marketing. So she really indirectly pulled the program together, got various people on board, and then the steering committee was spawned. And I think that was in about 2005-ish.
Yeah,
So 4 or 5, right around there. And the steering committee brought together people originally from 6 different clubs, and they were just kind of brainstorming, facilitating, thinking, trying to dabble in, well, we think we can hire someone here, we think we have someone here. So that's why Kelly was saying we really need to get some point people in various clubs that I can start working with directly. Mostly they've been people that have been in the vocational arena, but not all clubs are big enough, nor do they have the actual vocational person. So it's going to be a lot of creative planning on my part and our committee, which is still really solid to this day. So the steering committee has actually found 13 positions since they started to meet for developmentally disabled young adults. And those positions, I believe 5 clubs have actually hired what they're calling a hostess or a greeter. And they are individuals. I was lucky enough to be at 2 different clubs so far that had these people that would actually greet people, hand them their pins, go around and offer drinks, and then after they do the AV equipment for the ones that were capable of doing that. And then after the fact, they would stay and they would help bust the tables, pick up the dishes, and those were paid positions. So the actual Rotarian Club hired these people, and it's gone really well for those clubs. I think that the response has been great. Plus, it's opened up their minds, to some people that maybe weren't familiar or weren't quite comfortable. So they've seen these people every week. They're there early, they're doing their job, they stay late, they have smiles on their faces. So it's been a really nice, kind of an indirect, marketing tool for the project and for the Rotarians to be able to see that. So there are 13 successful people working in King County. Our goal, because King County, Dow Constantine got on board with this. He is a fellow Rotarian, and his home club is West Seattle, right, Kelly?
Yes.
West Seattle. He liked the sounds of it. He said, let's start crunching some numbers. And so they put out a proposal, and he bought off on it. So King County is actually paying for my position and everything to manage this position. And of course, it's a pilot project, so I have a huge task because I don't want this to be a 1-2 year project. I want this to be a long-term endeavor on my part. So our goal is to get 20 positions in the first year. 20 positions for individuals that are 25 or more hours per person. So it's, if I wanted to be stressed out, I could be. I'm not looking at it from that vein. I'm looking at it as it's a really good opportunity, and we're going to find hopefully more than that. We're also going to work a lot with the various school districts in King County, which is my forte. So we're going to be working with the transition programs, working with individuals that are 18 or older, setting up non-paid internships for them. So my goal, again, will be to market, to come up with the internship, and then work with whatever school district it makes sense for them to identify a student and then pass that baton off to them. So the nuts and bolts, the nitty-gritty are still being developed. I mean, we literally, I'm still going over forms that they used in Canada, tweaking it, trying to decide how are we going to put out these job announcements to King County, because it has to be fair game. How are we going to help? I'm going to help select the individuals, the candidates, get them in the door for the interviews. So it's very exciting. I'm really thrilled.